It is time to play some Belatro. If you have not played this game before, it is great. It is an amazing card deck building game that really challenges you to think a little bit. We're going to dive into it and have a lot of fun. Hype playing Belatro. We're going to start in this very first level. We are going to start with the red deck. This deck's little special ability that it gets, you get +1 discard every round, and we're going to play the white stake, which is the base difficulty, and it's going to be wonderful. We're going to have so much fun with it. So let's just dive in. I'm kind of going to explain a little bit as we go, kind of talk to y'all about what Belatro is and some strategies and how to play it. I like to think I'm pretty good at the game, so let's go and play. Like I said, it is all about building a deck to get to an amount of points to move to the next level. So each little level has a score to beat. You do this by creating runs or playing cards of poker hands, and each different kind of hand has a different score associated with it. For example, if you were to play a hand that contained a 2-pair, you would get that base 20 points and a ×2 multiplier. Now those numbers can change. There's features in the game. You get these things called jokers, you get special ability cards, you get all sorts of different things that can change those numbers. We'll dive in, it'll be great. There are 8 rounds of the game. See how we're on ante 1 of 8? We need to get through 8 of 8 to beat the deck. Now how you get through a round is by finishing the boss level at the end here. So the boss level for this round says all diamond cards are debuffed. So when we get to the boss round of the first round, all the diamond cards aren't going to count for anything. So it's going to be a little bit more challenging. These numbers will go up and you'll see, but let's get started. So the first thing you can do, you have to decide if you're going to play the blind or not, play the round or not. I usually the first round just skip them because it's not worth it for me to play. If you skipped, you get 2 tarot cards, so we're going to take a look into what they might do. They gave us a random sample of 8 or 10 cards from our deck, and now we get to decide what we would like to do with the cards that we're given. Select 2 cards. So I'm going to use this one. It says select 2 cards, convert the left card into the right card. Convert the left card into the right card. I'm going to change this 2 into another ace because an ace scores a lot better than a 2 does. So now we have 2 aces, and the 2 of diamonds is gone forever. Not in our heart. Not in our heart. Not in our deck anymore. And then I'm going to make these aces lucky, I think. So we're going to use it to make these aces lucky. Now we're going to move on. Next base edition shop joker is free and becomes a polychrome. Yeah, we're skipping. So the next time we get to the shop, the joker's going to be free and a polychrome, and we'll get into what that means when we get there. But let's play a round and make sure we actually get to the second round because we did not do anything. We have no special abilities. We need to naturally get to 600 points, which could actually be a little difficult if we're being completely honest with you. So let's break it down. We have 4 hands to get to 600 points, and we have 4 discards that we can play. You can discard up to 5 cards, and then you'll redraw 5 more cards into your hand. So for example, these diamonds, I'm not going to want them, so I'm going to discard them. I'm also going to discard this 2 because the 2 doesn't score very well. And we're going to see what we end up with. So I'm seeing we've got something started here. We're close to a straight, right? 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. That is a straight. Let's play a straight. Let's see how many points we can score. See, it's adding all of our totals. 65 times 4, that's going to be a little bit less than halfway there, which is good because we've got 4 hands to get there. Alright, we're just missing a queen. We can do another straight. So what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of those 3 cards and hope that we can get a queen. We did not get a queen, but we got a 2 of kind on aces now. I'm tempted to discard them again. Really hoping for... It's brutal out here, isn't it? All right, we're gonna do two pair. Two pair, ace, ace, king, king. Let's play that hand. Let's see what we can score. Oh yeah, it's so easy. We got the multiplier. There's a 1 in 5 chance of a 20 multiplier, and we got it. Easy. Glad I made that ace lucky in the last round, right? So now we get our scoring. So we defeated the blind, which feels great. We defeated the boss. We moved up to 2 of 8. We've moved past the first ante, and we've gotten $7. So we're gonna go up to $11. Then we're gonna go to the shop screen. And remember, it said that you will get polychrome and a free joker. So I get this one for free. But let me explain. I feel like I need to backtrack a little bit because this screen is brand new and we've not seen this screen before. So let's take a look-see. This is when you can purchase things to make your hands better. You can have up to 5 jokers, and these are jokers. When they say joker like that, that's how you know they're a joker. So this joker says ×3 multiplier if played poker hand has already been played this round. So say I played a straight, right? I start with a straight. The next time I play a straight in that round, our multiplier right here will get multiplied by 3, which is wonderful. And it also has this thing called polychrome. And polychrome at the end of the round multiplies, or at the end of your hand, multiplies whatever the multiplier is times 1.5. So say we got up to a 12 multiplier, right? And then we would multiply that by 1.5 to get us to 18 multiplier. So it's actually really awesome. And it's really awesome that we got that for free. That feels really good. I like this too. Doubles all listed probabilities. So like that 1 in 5 chance of getting the ×2 would turn into 2 in 5 chance, which is 40%. That's a much better odd. But I can't decide if I want this or if I want the grabber, which permanently gains +1 hand per round. I think that's what we're gonna do. So look at this. Now every round we're gonna get to play 5 hands to get to that target score instead of just 4. So that's really great for us. Now we're gonna move in to the second rotation. Ace, queen, 8, and we have a flush. So we're gonna play that hand out. See, this time we didn't get that 1 in 5 chance of a 20 multiplier. It would have been nice though. We scored 504 points on that hand, so we got about 300 left to go. I really like to play another flush so we can get that ×3 multiplier. It seems like we're close maybe with diamonds. So let's discard some cards and see if we can gain some diamonds. Of course not. That would have been too easy, right? 3, 4, 5. We're actually going to sub this 3 for the jack because that's a higher scoring card. We're going to play that hand, and of course we are going to crush it. We're going to crush 800. We're going to get higher than 800 on the single roll, actually. See that fire emoji kind of thing? The animation that came up? That is actually telling us that that hand by itself would have moved us on. That is all that is. And look, we have so much more money. We get $5 out of it, and we get to go look at the store, see if there's anything we would like to buy. We're gonna get the Celestial Pack so I can show you what that looks like. A Celestial Pack is how you can start to level up your poker hands. So each planet represents a different type of hand that you could play, and we're gonna look at the straight and we're gonna use it. We're gonna upgrade our straight to level 2, so you can see our scores have changed. If we pull up the run info, you'll see that the straight now has a base value of 60 points and a multiplier of 7. So that is much better than what it was. It is now one of actually our strongest hands. So if we can play a straight, we may as well, because it's going to do us benefit. It's going to do good for us. Gives $1 per played hand this round. All right, so we're going to skip that, and we're going to take my $5. Now we're going to do this boss blind, the manacle. It's really funny. You would think, since I teach reading, I would be able to read it. Monocle. I'm still going manacle. I don't know. Minus 1 hand size, 1,600 points. We'll edit that in post. Here we are. The -1 hand sign does definitely play a factor, but right away I see we have a straight, and you know we're playing that since it's so beneficial for us. And if we can get another straight this turn, I'll feel super good about our chances because of our multiplier that we got. We got half of what we needed right there by itself, which is great. Alright, let's go for a flush. I know I'm all over the place, I just can't decide, but it works out, right? Because we get the flush now. So we're going to play that hand. Oh, and we get the +20 multiplier. So clutch. So clutch. So we have moved through another ante. Now we are, see, it just went +1. Now we're an ante 3 of 8. So we are moving and grooving. We get $5 for being in the round. We had 3 hands left, and then we already had 1 multiplier of 5, so we get $1 of interest. It's wonderful. Let's see what we could get. The bean, +5 hand sizes, reduces by 1 every round. Okay. Gains 8 chips when each played 2. It's confusing. +1 hand size? Sure. Now we can play 6 hands around. Oh, hand size. Sorry. That means we'll get an extra card in our hand every time. Excuse me. We're going to go next round. We're going to need some more jokers. Jokers are extremely important as you move through the game. I see we got full house, but I don't really know if we could get a full house again, right? And like the whole thing about this is to play a poker hand you can play again. So we're gonna actually just throw those 2 cards away and kind of, we're gonna basically discard the 8 and the 2 while playing the 3 aces. So they don't count, but I don't have to deal with them anymore, so that's helpful. And now we can see if we can maybe get another 3 of a kind somehow. There we go, we got a 3. So we're gonna play this again, knowing that we get that ×3 multiplier. So we should go up to 9, it should go up to 12-ish. That's a little bit better score. We're still in a little bit of trouble, to be honest. Maybe this wasn't well thought out by me. 350 away, and that should be enough since we got that 9 right there. Not well played. That wasn't my greatest Belatro moment, but it is what it is, you know. We get to where we need to be. We move on. We'll make a little bit of money. We gotta get another joker. We need something else to help us. We need to get those numbers up and quick. But we get $4. We're up to $10. Life is good. First played face card gives ×2 multiplier when scored. Not bad. The misprint. I like this one. It's random. You don't know what your multiplier is going to be, but you get it. And we're also going to get a pack to upgrade one of our hands, because I think that'll be helpful. Yeah, we'll upgrade the 3 of the kind, I guess. I like that. I like the 3 of the kind. I don't really know why. It's not the greatest. It's not the easiest hand to get, but it's all good. All right, next round. Gives $1 per unused discard this run. We'll give $2. Well, we'll just play it. For $2, hopefully we can earn more money playing the actual game than skipping the round. We move on. We're going to go into the boss round after this. And we get $20. 1 in 15 chance to win $20. $20 in this game at this stage really goes a long way. And we got, oh, it's so great, people. It's so great. We're settling into this round quite nicely, I might say. We got interest. We got cash out $11. So good. So let's see what we got. We can get this joker plus 100 chips, -5 chips for every hand played. So that's a short term, could be helpful. Earn $2 per discard if no discards are used by end of the round. Let's see. All right, we're gonna go with this just to help us out in this early game a little bit. We'll end up selling it pretty soon. Let's get a new pack upgrade. We will upgrade our straight again because I feel like straight's one of the easier things to find in the game. And we'll get a playing card. We'll try to add in a high. Whoa, we got options. So this is a glass card. You get ×2 multiplier when you play the card, but there's a 1 in 4 chance the card gets destroyed. This, you get $3. That's whatever. We're gonna go with the high glass card. And that just gets added into our deck. So our 52 card deck is now 53 cards. It's really interesting. Not interested in that one. Let's go to the next. All face cards are drawn face down, so you don't know what face cards you have. This could be really challenging, actually. So we don't know, I don't know what my face cards are, but I see I've got a lot of clubs, so I'm hoping I can get a club somehow. Holy, 10, 9, 8. Oh, we're so close to having a... This is sucky. We're so close to having a straight flush, which would guarantee us a really good round. But I don't know if I push it, because... Yeah, we're just going to go for the highest flush we can get with our clubs and play it and call it good. Hopefully we get a good random multiplier here. 19. Oh yeah, it's so easy. 6,003 on that first run, and we have moved on. We are halfway through that game. Look at us go. Now we need to get to 10,000 on this round, which is gonna be steep if we're being honest. And all heart cards are debuffed, so we don't want any heart cards. What do we see? What do we see? We're running out of discards here, people. No way. You can't be serious. John McEnroe would be proud of me somewhere for saying that. Alright, this is getting weird. Oh, I think we got it. I probably had it for multiple rounds and just wasn't smart enough to see it. So hopefully we get there. Nice. Oh yeah. And we move on to ante 5. We've got 3 more full rounds to go before we beat this deck. We'll see if we do it. You don't always win. It is kind of difficult to win. It's not like super easy, so we'll see. It gets really challenging really quick. That was really good for our financials though. We need to play this because we need to do something here to get ready for that, I fear. I don't know how we're gonna do it actually. So we'll get through this, but we need, like I said, we need to do something here, I think, to help us out. Yeah, that time it would have worked, but we got that ×3 multiplier. This is interesting. Hearts and diamonds kind of the same suit. Spades and clubs kind of the same suits. We're gonna get rid of the spade one. And we're gonna buy this bad boy. And then hopefully we're gonna be able to get the straight flush. So we're gonna go for a straight flush, and here's my rationale of how we're gonna do that. With this, hearts and diamonds kind of the same suits, spades and clubs kind of the same suits. So we either need a straight of reds or a straight of blacks. And I do not know what we're gonna go for. It seems like we're probably gonna go blacks. I'd rather go high blacks than low. So let's discard these and see what we can come up with. So we got 6, 7, 9. That's a lot of aces. Oh man, this is scary. 9, 8, 7, 6. Got it. Alright, 10, 9. That's funny. We did it all natural. We didn't even need to do the whole thing. What was the point of getting it? Because we got all clubs. That's funny. But see, if we change the 6 of clubs to the 6 of spades, it is still a straight flush because the spades and clubs are the same. But we're going to go natural because we can. We should crush this. It should be all good. We get all the multipliers that we need. Hoping. Oh yeah. Almost doubled it. Good. We move on. That's the point. That's why you play the game. And now, if we can get straight flushes a lot. Oh man, we're looking good. 0 discards. You know what? We're gonna skip. We're gonna skip the blinds. We're gonna skip the big blind. We're gonna go straight into here. Start with 0 discards. Let's see what we can do.
Please go. Yeah, fully 26. As long as I don't play, yeah, yeah. Alright, we're gonna son of a beast like that. Seriously, you guys look right here.
It's great though. It's working out. We're moving on. This is brutal. Yeah, 7, 8, 9, 10, then a jack with the wrong suit. Man, we didn't get it. Bummer. We finally got our straight. Finally got our straight flush. We really are gonna need to get another one though, which is gonna be the tricky part. If we could get another straight flush, we got a real chance. Here's 10, 9, 8. I hope it is not. We got ace, king, queen. So we need a jack and a 10. Red. We need a red jack and a red 10 here. If we get it, I think we move on. If we don't, I think we're done. I think that's all she wrote. That's a bummer. That's how Belatro works. You get in a bad position and you can't get out of it, and that's game. That's ball game. It's a bummer. I'm sure I missed something. I'm sure I misplayed something, but we weren't even close. Game over. You get a little bit of stats. You get mocked by a joker at the end. It's not very nice, but it's all good. Our best hand scored us $40,000. We played flushes a lot. That is my go-to. We played 125 cards. We discarded more than we played. We purchased some throughout the game as well. It was very fun. It's very good. And we'll go back to the main menu. And that's kind of a quick, easy rundown of what Belatro looks like. I hope this was kind of helpful for you to see it get played. You have a better understanding. We didn't really get into deck building a whole lot. That's kind of a more advanced strategy that comes in. Sometimes every round's different, right? Sometimes you end up building a deck that's very specific for something, right? We didn't really get into that in that game because that game didn't really call for it. But hopefully you still have some kind of better understanding of how the game works. Yeah, I appreciate you tuning in. If you happen to enjoy, make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, help a man out. We need all the help we can get. But this is Belatro. I hope you enjoy. Peace.